Hello class, this is me, Mr. C. Welcome back. Today we're going to look at the eye again. Let's make our values first. So with more pressure, I have a dark value. With less pressure, I have a medium value. And with really no pressure, I have a very, very light value. Now, in the beginning, and obviously there's several different shades you can get in between these three. So in the beginning, I'm going to use a very, very light value with the eye, right? So let's do that now. So again, I'm going to do this very, very lightly. The eye is not a sphere, it's more of an oval. So what I'm doing is I'm making extremely light marks, and over time you'll find that perfect mark within. Now once I find a good shape, right, I'm going to start making it a little bit more defined. So what I like to do in the beginning is I like to work with the top. Now here's my tear duct right here, and I'll go straight to the bottom. Now don't forget the eyelid. Why don't we just knock that out right now? Okay. Now a lot of pitfalls when people start drawing the eye is they'll start doing something like this, which is more of an animated eye, which is okay, but when you're drawing something a little bit more realistic, the eye really comes down almost to right about here. And what this could be is the pupil right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle. Now again, just like the oval where I'm making these very, very light marks, I'm going to do the same thing but with the circle. Okay, I'm going to do it right about here. Now notice it's kind of like a way to avoid mistakes, right? When you draw so dark, it's so hard to erase. Now if I were to erase this, it'd be a lot easier. Okay. Now within that circle, we're going to try to very, very carefully and center it as best as we can, draw a circle within right here. Now what I'm going to do right now, and I'll talk about this here in a minute, is I'm adding these two circles because when you look at somebody's eye, very similar to a camera, light goes in and gets reflected out. Now what these two circles represent is where the light catches the eye, right? So what I'm going to do before I get into the detail is I'm just going to add a little bit more value. Now you can turn your pencil to the side like this. That would be a lot faster, or you can work like this. It really depends on you. Now I like to do a mixture of both, but for this drawing I'm going to stay mostly like this. Now again, you can work like this. This could be a lot faster, but that's really up to you. Okay. So let's start adding some detail into the color part of the eye. Again, let's turn the pencil to the side just to show you. This is just a way to get things done faster. And sometimes I don't want to go fast. Sometimes I really want to take my time. Obviously, for these videos, I like to go a little bit faster because I don't want you guys to be spending all day watching me draw. I would rather you draw. So we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Okay, so let's go. Right now, we're going to use this value. Let's go as dark as we can right here in the pupil. And what I mean by as dark as you can, it's almost like you're drawing through the paper. That's how dark I want you to go. Well, that's how much pressure I want you to use. And by doing that, it's going to be darker. Okay. Now you'll notice that by adding that pressure, this eye is already coming to life because that darkness adds depth, right? So let's turn our pencil to the side again. We're going to add a little bit more values around the eye. Now again, you could hold your pencil to the side like this, and as you lift up, it becomes a point again. Now, that's just with practice. A good tool to use too is maybe like graphite. If you have a graphite stick at home, you can work with that. I think once you master that, doing it with the pencil is less messy and it's a little bit easier. Okay. So right here. Now, one thing we're going to do today too is we're going to add some eyelashes. That can be a little difficult, but we'll get to that point. Okay. So notice that in the eye, it's not, these lines like this. it's a little bit more detailed than that. Now, I'm not going to go super detailed because, again, these videos are quick. I want you guys to draw today. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add different layers of pressure, right, that go from medium pressure to light pressure to really no pressure. Okay? Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do too now is I'm going to add a little bit more detail right here to make the eye just pop just a little bit more. Why is that? I mean, you're an artist, right? You want people to notice your drawings. You want people to see your drawings. So I think it's like the little things that really matter sometimes. Okay, so now when you're drawing hair, let's say if you have curly hair, your hair will be kind of like this. If you have straight hair like mine, it's like this. Maybe a mix, maybe like this. So your eyelashes, sometimes they feel like they're coming at you. Sometimes they feel like they're going straight up. For this individual, let's say they start right here, right? And they just, boom. Let's do that again. Okay, let's go right here. Same thing. You want it to look like an eyelash. You don't want it to look like something else, right? And then obviously, just for, let's add a little bit of value right here so it doesn't feel so robotic. Okay, so that is the eye. I want you guys to work on this. It's good to see you. Have a good day.